How's it going, everyone? I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video, and I've just been kind of grinding on my own things, trying to finish up this Instagram scraper that I've been trying to release for probably a good 3 months now. I keep running into hiccups with it, but finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel on that. In this time, I've also been trying to expand what I can offer clients. For the longest time, I'd have to turn away anybody who ran a B2C business, only because my scraper is really targeted towards B2B businesses. I've been really trying to figure out how I can offer them something so I could at least try to make some kind of revenue off of that instead of just completely turning them away. And what I came up with is what I'm going to show you now. In this example, I'm going to assume that the client has a beauty brand targeted towards women of color. So the idea behind it is we're going to find pages that we know our target market would follow. So in this instance, we target beauty pages that are geared towards women of color. So we have the Color Girl with their 56,000 followers, Melanin Beauties Unite, 223,000 followers, Dark Skin Women Makeup, 461,000 followers, and Brown Girl Friendly, 31,000 followers. The idea here is that we're going to scrape the followers of all these accounts, and then we're going to compare the list to each other, and we're going to pull out the users who follow 2 or more of those accounts. And what this is going to do is it's going to give a list that a client can use to then go target on Instagram. Obviously, you don't want to do this with a bot because Instagram will probably ban your account if it detects bot activity, but you do it manually. So each day you take 250 to 300 of these accounts and you go engage with them. And you like their photos, you comment on their photo, you like their story, watch their stories, any way that you can to get yourself in front of them. And in the end, what you want to do is send them a direct message and direct them to a landing page where they would have to fill in their email to get like a 50% off coupon for the first purchase or something like that. The whole goal is just you want to eventually get their email address. So then, they're opted into your list and you can continually send them emails. The backbone of this whole method is targeting followers of accounts that your target market would follow. So again, our example being if the client had a beauty brand targeted towards women of color, you find accounts that they would follow, scrape the followers, compare the list, and then pull out those users who follow two or more. So off to the side of the screen, I pulled the usernames of each of these accounts, and after I have those, I would enter them into my scraper. So I'll enter them here, save it, and then scrape followers. Now I'll come to the task activity pane, and you're going to see that it's slowly going to start scraping the users. Here we go. Now it's going to scrape this one first, and then it'll move to each one after that. And once it's done, we end up with a list like this. So the Color Girl, granted I scraped these a couple months ago for the client, and they've been actively using these, but you get a list of all the followers. Melanin Beauties Unite with they've grown significantly since I scraped it, but 209,000. Dark Skin Women, 44,000, and Brown Girl Friendly, 32,000. Now, once we have the usernames, we can then compare the lists and then find out which users follow 2 or more of the accounts. And the end result is this. We have a list of, let's see, how many? Right here, over 152,000 users who follow 2 or more of these accounts that are geared towards women of color who are interested in beauty. The perfect target audience for our client. Another great thing about it is we can segment by those users who follow each level. If they only follow 2, you could assume that they're mildly interested in this, right? Or if they're women of color that are interested in beauty products. If they're following in this particular scrape, I had actually scraped 7 different accounts. But if they're following all 7 of these targeted accounts, that's a pretty hot lead. That if you get your brand in front of them, they're going to engage with you. So as you can see, the method is pretty powerful. And what I would do for my client is I would give them this entire list, and what they would do is, they would take 50 of these names, and they would hand them off to whoever controls their social media, and let them go to town on these users. They would search these users and start interacting with them manually. Again, do not use a bot, but manually start interacting with these brands. And over time, you start seeing the effects of all your work. Again, I just want to come back and kind of show this method that I came up with that would allow me to, service someone who's in the B2C space. I hope this was helpful to you. If you want any more information about the Instagram scraper, I'll leave a link in the description. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Thank you.